What is going on, my DC fans? Welcome back to another episode. So, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news for you. What do you want to hear first? All right, let's just get into the good news first. Now, the bad news I'm going to tell you afterwards, not necessarily a bad thing, but it's kind of it's a big moment in history for us in a negative light, if you will. But anyway, let's get down to the first topic. The good stuff, what we're always here for, Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, whatever you want to call it. It looks like we officially have begun filming. I know I've talked about this before. I believe they said August, and then it was September, and then it was like, no, it's going to be October. And because of the fires that were going on in California and everything. And if you're not familiar with production now, with these films and these shows, is they have to kind of do like a period where, like a 2-week period where I guess they're all kind of like in a bubble almost, and they're all together, and they make sure that no one's sick. And then after that, you know, they do all the testing and all that stuff. And then after that, they can jump into filming. So Fabian Wagner has put a picture online pretty much saying, like, you know, going back to work, like, here it is. You see the blue green screens, but he does not use the hashtag Snyder Cut on there at all. You know that Fabian Wagner is going to be working on Zack Snyder's Justice League. He was there in the beginning, and then he got thrown off when Joss Whedon came in because I guess he brought in his own crew. So yes, Fabian Wagner will be there when they're filming. Now, question is, how do we know this is Zack Snyder's Justice League? I think it's a 99% chance it is. But just to make sure, there was an article that was put out by Cinema Blend, Sean O'Connell, who was talking about this. And is it Zack Snyder's Justice League? Are they really on set right now? And the only other thing that Fabian Wagner is doing is a show or something called Monster Butler, but it doesn't look like that's filming yet. So as far as this being Zack Snyder's Justice League, I highly, highly believe this is it. And again, big sound stage, big set, big blue screens, green screens, whatever you want to call them, for, I guess, special effects, visual effects, which, again, we weren't sure, were they going to do a lot of visual effects with this extra footage, or was it just going to be dialogue? Seems like it's probably going to be some heavy CGI stuff, and we'll just have to wait and see. So, yes, very exciting that he's finally filming, finally going to get that additional photography done, and then he can put the final stamp of approval on the show, on the movie, and we can finally see it in 2021. So very exciting stuff. With that being said, let's talk about movies real quick. Sad with what's going on with movie theaters is a lot of them are closing down now. Some of them are, I think they're saying that they're closing down for now and they'll eventually come back. But they're not showing movies. They're not making any money. All the big blockbuster movies, besides Tenet, which they took the risk and they I think, you know, last time I checked it was $300 million. I thought that was really good for a lot of the movie theaters not even being open. So yeah, that was the last big blockbuster. But all these other ones like Wonder Woman, just so like the list is just humongous. I think in September there was supposed to be the Kingsman movie. Then in last March there was supposed to be Quiet Place 2. It's a whole bunch, like James Bond, so many movies that are not coming out yet because of what's going on with COVID. So all these movie theaters have to shut down. It's sad to say it, but these big movies, they need to get released on streaming service. How much longer are we going to wait? And with that being said, all of these DC movies now are being delayed. I mean, The Flash, Black Adam, Shazam, The Batman, they're all getting delayed now. And it's just like, what are we going to do? These movies will be done being filmed. And that's the thing, is these movies will get filmed pretty much when they were supposed to be, but they won't get released for years on end now. So what do we do? It all comes down to streaming. They need to be released on streaming. And this is why I talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League movie is so important, because that is going to be a huge, huge movie released on HBO Max. So when it's released, and if those numbers are amazing like they should be, like they will be, that will make a lot more like a lot more Disney property movies, Paramount, all those they'll be more willing to put them on video on demand or sell them to streaming services or put them on their own streaming services. Warner Brothers has HBO Max because of AT&T. So it's sad because it looks like the movie theaters as of right now are going away, but there's nothing else for them to do. They have to. They have to do this. And these big movies that are already done, they're not releasing them. And so these movies that have already done and they're waiting to release, what do? You don't have the movie theaters to put them out. So what do? You have to send them to streaming service. That's the only option here. And again, a lot rides on Zack Snyder's Justice League. Sad, sad, sad to see these movie theaters go away. But I just don't know what to say. I mean, the streaming is the future, and that's where it's all going. So it sucks. It really does. But at the end of the day, now you can be in your house and watch these movies. So we'll just have to wait and see. So with that being said, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe and please become a Patreon supporter because it helps me. In return, I can help you. And as always, like.